Shokukai released Nitro from his chains, and it first attacks Yuda, and yeah, that oh my god. And then attacks another chef, which he was almost defeated, but he uses the spice magic to temporarily blind the Nitro. And Livebearer comes in with the brain cut, trying to cut its head open. The attack, it didn't work, and it manages to destroy his blades. And then this is surprising. Nitro not only slashes at Livebearer, cutting him in half. Gee, let's see how the anime does this. However, there were some Saseyas over there. No, we do not see Tepe, but one of them manages to blind it with a Nico Botaru, basically a bug flash grenade. And one of them, I'm not kidding here, glues Livebearer back together and bandages him up with Dr. Aloe. Okay, I can understand that with limbs, like what they did with Toriko's arm back at Ice Hell, but Livebearer got cut in half. I'm not gonna question it. This is Toriko after all. Livebearer is bandaged up and glued back together. The Saseyas are wondering how the hell they managed to get a Nitro that lives in the gourmet world back to here. So, but Chiru says that it was because the top of the Saseiya is even more of the monster. So, there is a head Saseiya who joined the Bishokukai, because Chiru says that the Saseiya was more of a monster, so I'm not sure what's that supposed to mean. Not only the Nitros, but the Shokugai brought back scum beasts that managed to use food on her. Some of the Shokugai members managed to capture these chefs and throw them into these cage beasts, basically beasts that have cages in their mouths. That's all there is to it. Also, well, back with Livebearer and the Saseiya, Chiru takes off his mask, and it turns out that Chiru is a she, not a he. Yeah, this is the first time we get to see Chiru's face, and he's a girl. Okay, did not see that coming. And yet they still refer to her as he. So Chiru, Livebearer, and Saseiya, and also his sous chef, are going to face off against the scum beasts. Well, back with Komatsu, he's trying to avoid all of the attacks and the creatures. However, he was about to get attacked by one that is a giant skull with wings. I'm not kidding, but he is saved by his pet wall penguin Yoon, and Yoon only manages to fly temporarily, but there was another impact that happened near Komatsu, and it turned out to be Coco, and yeah, he's having a hard time facing off against Grimpatch, I don't know. And it seems that every poison that Coco has used against Grimpatch manages to eat it all up, and it caused him to veins pop all over his body. He's there's poisonous vapors are emitting from his body, out from his mouth, but also from his skin, and he just looks so damn creepy in this. And yeah, that's the end of the chapter. So yeah, this was another good chapter. Yeah, the chefs were definitely struggling against Nitro. That is no surprise. I mean, has anyone ever defeated Nitro before? I mean, he cut Livebearer in half. I mean, holy crap. Although, I don't know how the hell Livebearer is being able to survive with that, but I guess it's Toriko, and it manages to, they can actually heal that, I guess, if you're cut in half. Hell, I bet they can regrow your head if you get decapitated or something. The reveal that Chiru was a girl, I guess it shouldn't be a surprise reveal, but I wasn't expecting that at all, honestly. And the fight between Grimpatch and Coco, yeah, I don't know what's the deal with Grimpatch's immune system. How is he immune to all of Coco's poison? And I gotta admit, the artwork here was pretty good too, because Grimpatch looked incredibly creepy in this. I mean, with all that poison he consumed, he's all bloated, veins popping out of his body, and smoke coming out of his mouth and from his skin. How is Coco gonna beat him? But it looks like we're gonna be focusing more on that fight, and maybe with Nitro? I'm not sure, but we'll just have to see. But if it's possible, could it be that Zebra could face off against Nitro? Because that would be pretty cool too. I mean, I don't want Zebra to just focusing on protecting the audience members. I mean, I want to see him fight too. I mean, give him a chance. Okay, so we see Grimpatch, and he is loving eating Coco's poison, and he wants some more. And I think all that poison was going to his brain because he's acting a bit, you know. So he attacks using the breath missile like Komatsu and Coco. Komatsu is saved by, once again, the penguin Yun. Apparently his name's Yun. I don't know. And Coco was able to dodge the attack. Komatsu then notices all the chefs are getting captured, and they ask Coco why the Bishoku Kai are going as far to capture chefs. Coco tells Komatsu it's because the chefs are just as valuable as the ingredients, because the chefs, they're the ones that cook the ingredients and make delicious food. And then there have been gourmet wars that consisted of kidnapping chefs by the opposing sides. Then Coco goes on and basically saying that the food that fill the stomachs of people all over the world, you wipe away the tears of children, you console, you brighten the future, etc., etc. Basically, they are the chefs are basically the hope over the Bishoku Kai. So after Coco's little speech, he tells Komatsu to head to wherever Toriko is, but before he can go, Grimpatch again shows up, and he looks like he's still hungry and he wants to eat that penguin. However, Coco grabs him, and they both fall into that giant hole that Grimpatch made. So they're going to be fighting underground in the Cooking Fest Stadium. Coco is saying that he has to figure out Grimpatch's immune system in order to use that poison. Meanwhile, back with Sunny and Tommy Rod. Sunny is having a hard time looking at these bugs, and every time he looks, all he just yells out is gross. I thought that's kind of funny. But I don't blame him, since it's Tommy Rod and he is kind of gross, yeah. So Tommy Rod unleashes more bugs, this time giant parasites. Their fight is gonna basically kick off. Out of all the chapters that come out, I thought this chapter was kind of okay. I mean, I guess we do get explanations why the Bishoku Kai are going so far as to capture the chefs. But Coco's little speech about how chefs are just as valuable as the ingredients that they use to make food. I guess it does make a bit sense, but you know, it's Toriko and this is based on food, so yeah. But from the looks of it, we're going to be focusing more on the fight between Tommy Rod and Sunny. Tommy Rod is looking creepy and kind of gross altogether. So, overall, I thought this chapter was okay. Although, at least we get to see more of Tommy Rod fighting. So the fight between Tommy Rod and Sunny commences. Sunny first uses the Super Fried Gaishi to destroy some of Tommy Rod's bugs. However, Tommy Rod barfs out another bug more bugs called Stinky Beast Bugs. Ew. They unleash this smoke screen. However, Sunny uses his hair to create a tornado to blow away the smoke. Then he uses hair spit to stab all the sticky beast bugs with multiple hair skewers. However, Sunny's hair was able to be cut out by the giant parasite that Tommy Rod summoned earlier. And they managed to cut more of Sunny's hair. And apparently, Sunny getting his hair cut is the equivalent of getting his teeth pulled out. That's gotta hurt. But we do get a flashback back to his times with the IGO president. He did get in a bit of trouble with the IGO president because he broke his food pot. But he was actually more concerned of Sunny's well-being because he was cut by that food pot, and he then starts crying. And then we get to learn about, I guess, going on about pain, that apparently, according to Sunny, pain was not something that runs through the body. It's something that pierces the heart and constricts it. True pain is not something that runs throughout the body. It's something that constricts the heart. And I guess he felt pain when he broke the pot because it was one of his treasures and he had good memories with it. And it felt like that he destroyed his memories, basically. However, the IGO president just says everything with a form will someday break. But at the same time, that will be a moment it burns bright in memory. So he's not actually feeling pain from getting his hair cut. He's just feeling the pain because of the screams, the blood, and all the chaos and destruction that the Bishokukai were doing just to get these chefs. So that basically pissed him off, and then he uses a new technique called Satan hair, where his hair grows all shiny and a bit dark, I'm not sure, and it cannot be cut by the giant parasites. Each strand of hair has an appetite, and it's called a devil's feeler. So if you touch it, so basically Satan's hair will basically consume anything it touches. It can basically erase all life from Earth and gather and consume the nourishment of the Earth. And if it can't get anything from that, it will try to gain nourishment from space. Sunny uses Satan's hair to stab one of the giant parasites, and it consumes it. And it basically, his hair ate the parasite bug. Yes, I'm not kidding. The hair eats the bug. However, Sunny is having a hard time controlling it, and he doesn't want any more to come out. I don't know what he means by that. So Todoroki then decides, instead of releasing more of his bugs, he is going to directly face off against Sunny, and then he starts to remove his arm and wristbands, and that's where the chapter ends. Hair that consumes anything? Since when did Sunny get a technique like that? And basically, he's having a hard time controlling it, so does he have another side that he doesn't want to unleash as well? But on the other hand, so I gotta admit, this new technique does have potential to be pretty good. I'll admit that, but it's just so weird. Hair eating bugs! Hair that can eat things! But I guess it's a new technique of his, and also Tommy Rod is actually going to face him directly himself, so that is again something to look forward to. So this fight does have potential to become really, really good. So how is this gonna work? Is Tommy Rod gonna try to avoid the hair, or is Sunny gonna try to eat Tommy Rod with his hair? I don't know, but I am looking forward to it. So, okay, those are the chapters of Toriko that I've missed. I know that there are other chapters that have come out earlier, not just Toriko, but also Fairy Tail and Bleach. What I am going to do is make a review for each of them separately. Now that I've finally caught up with all of them, I'm going to head back to my usual reviewing format. So, yeah. Overall, the Toriko chapters were pretty good. I mean, we get to see some fights. We get to see some new techniques of not just the Bishokukai, but from the chefs and the IGO members, even from the Four Heavenly Kings. This invasion is pretty promising, especially with Nitro Unleashed. It's looking up. It's looking up. So yeah, finally caught up. I can move on to my original format, and then I can finally catch a break. So yeah, that's all the chapters that I've missed. I'm Spiral 27, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.